All right, so it's been a while since I played JR East Train Simulator. Some of you will remember me playing this game. For those of you who keep up with Mr. 4K current affairs, for those of you who are loyal fans and watch my videos. But if you're a fly-by-night, eh, you probably don't even know what I have achieved in 12 years of my YouTube channel. You know, but for those of you who have watched me, you know I have played this before. So for the new people who are just coming in and they find out about my channel, uh, I'm familiar with the JR East Train Simulator. I was among the very first ones to actually purchase this game and support this game. And it's nice to see that this game has grown into a really huge community of other train simulators from North America to Europe, Southeast Asia, and of course Japan. It's pretty big in Japan because it is based on Japanese Railroad East. This is the name of the company that really exists. Okay, JR East. It's a real company. It's a real, like an Amtrak here, United States. We have Amtrak. So think of this as a Japanese Amtrak, JR East. Uh, and it's very famous in Japan. And it's the means of transportation. A lot of Japanese, they use the JR East to travel, you know, for work. Not many are driving, believe me. They're all taking trains. Ask Hideo Kojima, he will tell you. He's on that train, traveling to Konami to make a game. Or in this case, now he has his own studio, which is a big, huge studio called Kojima Production. Anyway, so I'm very familiar with this game. So what is this about? Is this a computer generated? No. So let's just clarify something for people who are not familiar with this. This is not a computer generated like a 3D, like a train sim world 5 and 4 and 6. It's not like that. This is a pre-recorded with a high definition camera, a really good camera at like 60 FPS, high definition camera. It's pre-recorded and it's a moving picture. Well, like, when you move, it moves, but it's already pre-recorded. Okay, the camera is positioned in a certain angle that would fit in with the cockpit and the dashboard. Uh, you cannot look around like 360. That's something that I have like recommended to this developer of this game, that they should do 360 movement. I think if they use 360 cameras, if they record with 360 cameras, that would be much better. Yes, it would be more expensive, but it would be a better experience for us to look around left and right. And it would also be a good experience for VR, to be able to use the VR, put on a VR headset and look around left and right, up and down. So there's a lot of work that they need to do with this game. There's tons of work that they need to do. And of course, people also want to see night and not just the day. They want to be able to drive at night. I want to know what it's like to drive at night, the train. I want to know what it's like to drive the train during a different weather conditions like rain, snow, night, morning, evening, morning, night, late at night, like 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, right? Midnight. So there's still so much that they can do with this JR East Train Simulator. And this is all wishful thinking. I'm just putting it out there as a feedback. So when this Japanese developer, when he's watching this, I know it will be dubbed in Japanese. So hopefully the AI dubbing does a good job of what I'm basically saying. Hopefully they can look at this and they can say, all right, that's interesting. 360 cameras, virtual reality, dynamic weather, different, like they will have to like film it when it's raining, and they will have to film it when it's snowing. They will have to film it at night, right? Which I think would be great because it would give this game even more immersive experience, especially with the VR, with the 360 movements. it would make you really feel like you're really inside this train and you're really driving it. So now that I spent 5 minutes explaining what the JR East, Japanese Railroad East train simulator is, let's go ahead and let's drive, shall we? I don't have that many routes. You see, there's so many routes that they're available, and I don't have these because these are like one of the problems with this game, and I already addressed this, is it's very expensive. These lines are very expensive. They're like $30 each. Like the cheapest one is like $26. I mean, that's, you're talking price of a Netflix subscription, right? Would you rather pay for the Netflix subscription or would you pay for this? So there's all of these other lines that are available, but they're expensive. Like some of them are like a $40, $50, $30, $60. I think it's not just me that has expressed this. I think other people have already expressed this. Like, man, I like this game, but it's so expensive. I wish that they could like lower it down to like what American Truck is doing. American Truck Simulator. It's like $10, like $5, $10 for each of these lines. Man, that would be fine. If these lines were like $10 each, people wouldn't complain. 10, 20, 30, 40. You could have 4 lines for $40, 8 lines for $80. Maybe like $10 each. It'll be a little bit different, And then you could buy it on sale for like $5 each. You know what I mean? Then a lot of people would appreciate this. So what do I have? I just have this line. This one. This is the longest line, this one right here. And this is the one that I have. So we're going to start. This is a 211 series. Here we go. They have a new update. I don't know what they have done because I haven't played this in about a year. Alright, here we go.
4番出発進行進路大糸
Cinco. Oh God, Cinco means progress. I learned what that means. Cinco means progress. Alright, so we gotta wait for the light to lit up. Everybody boards in. Once the lights lit up, then we're good to
点
go.
灯発車進行進路大糸
Alright, here we go.
停止
Slowly we're moving.
ポイント制限25
I mean, it's pretty realistic. It really feels like you really
北松本停車3両停目4場内進行各計器確認よしよし
本日も
よし
JR 東日本をご利用くださいましてありがとうございます。
よし各計器表示とよし
Yosh
パターン
means
大糸線
move.
パターン解除
穂高駅です。
means you can
終
move.
点の穂高まで各駅に停車いたします。ドアは終点穂高まですべて自動で開きます。開くドアにお気をつけください。
And you get to see Japan in a way that you've never seen it before. That's what's so unique about this. If you really want to see Japan, I mean, this game, it's really like a godsend for you to see Japan in ways that you've never seen it before.
北松本です。お
ポイ
出口は
ント制限
右側です。
35
Okay, we have to stop here, I think. And you have to stop on that dot. This is not easy. This is the hardest part. I missed it. This is
停車
probably
BC320 よし
this is probably the hardest part is the like trying to get that dot. See that green, the green vertical line, and I need to like stay within that green vertical line. And if I don't stay within that green vertical line, which is right over there on your right, on the right side of the screen, then it's not considered a successful stop. You have to successfully stop.
点灯発車進行
Believe it or not, they're using this as a
停止
they're using this as a simulator for to train the new drivers.
ポイント制限35
ご乗車ありがとうございます。この先、島内、島高松、あずさ橋、人市場の順に終点穂高まで各駅に停車してまいります。途中の人市場には8時46分、
All right, we can go a little bit
8時
faster.
54分、終点穂高には
Look at the mountains out there. You
9
can
時
see the
5分の到着で
mountains
す。
on the top.
遠方
You can see the
計
snow.
測制限
お
65
手洗いは
Like I say, you will see
一番前の車両にござい
Japan
ます
in a ways that you have never seen Japan
それではお
before.
持ちのお客様へお願いいたします。
S 切り替えよ
優
し
先席付近では
Oh,
制限
we're speeding, we're
上
speeding.
り1番警報赤
それ以外の場所では
You gotta slow down my
モードに
speed.
設定の上、通話はお控えください。
Can you learn Japanese? I guess I don't know. I learned Cinco. So, what is my only complaint about this game? It's just the fact that it's expensive. But other than that,
1番場内
I think everything else is great.
45
it's just the paywall behind it, man. They're just all these routes are so expensive.
パターン発生しました。
I mean, if the game wasn't so expensive, you know.
島内です。
注意
お出口は
島内
左側です。
停車上り1番
列車と
3両
ホームの
停目
間が
3
一部広くなっている箇所がございます。お降りの際には足元にお気をつけください。
I had to slow down a little bit because I was going too fast. But look, man, look how beautiful this is. I think we're going to Kyoto. Kyoto is beautiful, man. You can see the forest and the blossoms and all that, man. You see Japan in a way that you have never seen it before. Speaking of Japan, you know, Forza Horizon 6.
パターン終了しました。
Speaking of Japan, like I said,
警報赤
Forza Horizon 6 is coming out in May. I missed it again. And believe me, this is not hard. I mean, this is hard. This is not easy.
よし
This is not easy, man. This is probably the hardest part in this game is trying to get that vertical green line, trying to
お
get
待たせいたし
this
ました。
休憩
あ
進
列車
行
の穂高駅です。
whatever this is, diamond shaped symbol that's red and orange, trying to get it to that's outlined red and orange inside, trying to get it to stay within that
点
green
灯
line.
発車進行
That's probably the hardest part.
停止1番出発進行 ポイント制限35
Okay. Look at those mountains, man. Out in the distance. Beautiful. I mean, Japan is beautiful. Like I said, you get to see Japan in a way that you've never seen it before.
ポイント制限解除
And I like this game, I do, but I have to tell you, it's very expensive. That's probably the only issue that I have with this game,
島高松
is
停
the
車
paywall behind it, man. If it wasn't so expensive, you know, I would easily recommend this. But it's hard for me to recommend this game because it's so expensive, man. American Truck is different, you know. American Truck, you know, the buying the new states, they're not that super expensive, like $12, $13, $11, you know. But this $30 for each, $40, $50, $60.
お出口は
That's
左
too
側です
expensive paying for the routes, you know.
島高松停車3両停目
Hopefully they can reduce, if they can reduce the price, of
パターン
these
発生し
routes,
ました
then maybe like if it's like $10 each, then maybe. Oh shit. There we go. I got it. See? Now it's in the green. Now it's on that green vertical line. So
停車
now I got it.
BC320 よし滅30秒円
I mean, it feels realistic. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, they use this software for the real drivers to train in Japan for the Japanese Railroad East Company.
点灯発射
But it's too expensive, man.
$45秒円
Like I said, if they could reduce the price on these routes, and you know, there's different routes that you can buy, like to $10 each, like $10 each, yeah, no problem, dude. Like, you know, if I can get like 4 routes for like $40, or if I can get 8 routes for $80, okay, you know, that's not bad. You know. I could, you know, I think majority would be able to, like, you know, digest that. You know, you could have like 8 routes, and you can buy some more routes. You could have like I don't know, like 20 routes or 24
厚沢
routes.
市停車
That'll keep you busy. It'll keep you busy, you know. For the weeks and weeks and months to come. And then when you get tired of the same routes that you've been driving, then you can go ahead and purchase some more routes. But at least they would be like $10 each. And you can collect all of these routes and have all of them, and then just enjoy. And in the course of like, couple of years, you would probably have like
右側です
40 or 50 or 60 routes, and that would be more than
1000円
enough.
90
So my only complaint is it's too expensive. If they could somehow figure out the way to cut down the price
厚沢市停車
on these routes, that'd be
3両
great. Like
停目
$10 would be a sweet spot. But $5 each, oh, dude, everyone would be all over this game if it was like a $5 each. $5 each for each track. You would have so many people buying this game.
制限解除
You can have two routes for $10, 4 routes for like $20. You know. It would be great.
制限90
We have to stop here. Okay, let's see if I can stop properly. Got it. It didn't get in there quite well, but
停車
nonetheless, I was still able
320
to
よし
to get it within
2分
that
円
vertical line. Or near that vertical line. Look at those mountains out there, man. Look at that. Look at those
点
mountains.
灯発射
Wow. Look those mountains, man. They're like very, very, very high up. A lot of samurai fights out there. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there was.
2分15秒円
I'm sure a lot of samurais have fought out in those mountains. Pretty sure, man. Ghost of Yotei, you know. So like I said, if you want to experience Japan, you know, you don't have to wait for Forza Horizon 6. You can experience Japan in real time here with this JR East train simulator. But like I said, it's
制
expensive.
限85
That's the only negative. It's expensive. Yes, they do have Tokyo and Osaka and Kyoto and many other places, but it's really the paywall behind it and how expensive it is. That's the only issue. That's the only problem. Like I said, I don't want to repeat myself like a broken record, but if they could reduce the price on those routes, like $5 each, oh man, oh,
遠方進行人市場停車
I would purchase all of these routes for like $5 each. I would have every single one of them. And you would have so many routes to explore and travel Japan and look, you know, it'd be just really great. It'd be amazing. But right now, for me, it's really hard to recommend this game because just
パターン発生しました
just how expensive it is, you know. It's we're gonna go a little bit faster. Just how expensive
本
it
線
is.
場
man.
内
And,
進行
talk about a progress. Cinco is the progress. Now you know.
進
gotta-
行
ご乗車あ
人市場
りがとうございま
停車
した
3両
人市
閉
場
幕3
人市場ですお出口は
Now we have
右側です
another station coming up here shortly. We have to slow down. There's the traffic. See, you know, over there, you have to slow down. They have their own, you know, Japanese, they have different rules, traffic rules, man. You have to obey those rules, traffic rules, like in any country. Traffic laws, train, have their own traffic laws they have to obey by. The speed, what kind of speed can you go with on the rails?
パターン終了しました
Okay, well, let's stop over here. I think I got this. No! Yo! I was close. That was close. I was very close, but hey.
停車 BC320
Alright,
よし
Bishi,
滅
Cinco.
3分円本線出発進行
Cinco progress. All right, I got it. So revisiting this J J JR, which is Japanese Railroad.
点灯発車進行
Revisiting JR. See, the next stop is Nakagaya. Nakagaya.
2分45秒円
So anyway, what I was saying, revisiting JR East, which is Japanese Railroad East Company, that really exists. You can look it up, JR East. This is great. But keep in mind, this is a special interest, and I think that's why it's so expensive. It's really not meant for everyone. It's really meant for people who have interest, and it's really aimed at
ご
Japanese
乗車ありがとうございま
audience.
す。
Really, I just want to be
この列
honest.
車の
This
お
game,
高い
it's really
駅
made for the Japanese audience.
この先
It's almost like a
高谷
recruitment tool that they're using to recruit the
です
upcoming
終点
train drivers who might have a
お願いいたし
passion
ます
to drive these train for JR East Railroad Company. So it's really kind of intended to recruit Japanese kids who might have interest to become drivers for JR East Railroad Company. But they also, you know, they're sharing this with the rest of the world on the Steam with other train
中
simulators,
谷
you know.
停車
And what's interesting, you know, not only, you know, of course, this is the most popular in Japan, and it's really intended for Japanese audience. But it's interesting to see there's people from this country, from America, from Canada, from Mexico, Latin America, Europe, all over the world. Everyone seems to be enjoying this, you know. But their main focus, obviously, is
制
to
限
use this game
中谷停車
to approach Japanese audience, so that way the you know so they can get Japanese kids excited to maybe think about becoming a driver. Yeah, sure. When they drive this, they're gonna probably want to become a driver for JR East Company, which is a Japanese Railroad East Company. Slow down, slow down, slow down. I failed. There's so many stops here, man.
停車 BC320 よし滅3分30秒円
I just realized there's a telephone over here. Can I grab it? Can I grab the telephone? It's the biggest telephone ever. But yeah, this is a special interest. What I'm trying to say, this is a special interest that will appeal only to those of you who might have a special interest for this. But keep in mind, this is really intended as a recruitment tool for Japanese kids and Japanese, teenagers who might want to think about maybe becoming a JR East driver. It's like a recruitment tool, if you will. Because that's who they really are
4分円
trying to approach with this software, But even Japanese, because I read the translation, even the Japanese gamers on Steam are saying the same thing. Like I wish that they could lower the price on these like routes. They like the game, like they all like it. It's just they wish that they would like lower the price on these modules. These modules with these different routes and different trains that cost a lot of money, obviously. So that's one of the only complaints that I hear about. And yes, people do mention where's the night time, where's the dynamic weather, rain and snow, right? and maybe including a 360 cameras to do like a rotational 360 VR. This would look really good in VR. So what I recommend is, if money is not an issue and you have money and you have money to spend and you don't care and you have a special interest for this, okay, fine, go for it.
南豊品
But it's
停車
hard for me to recommend this for everyone else because it's just, the paywall behind it, Yes, I like it. I enjoy it, but I also know how much I've spent on this game.
南豊品停車3両停目
I know it's expensive. So, due to the nature of it being expensive, it is hard. But nothing is more expensive than, and I know my friend Shuki can agree on this, nothing is more expensive, ridiculously expensive than Star Citizen. Star Citizen is ridiculous. I honestly, I have to make like a separate video to talk about Star Citizen. It is just, talk about a ripoff. It's the biggest ripoff of all time. But that's the whole separate video that needs to be made on that. That's the biggest ripoff of all time in video gaming history. Slow down, please, please. No. Yes. Great.
停車 BC320 よし滅4分
So many
30秒円
stations here, man. Like, good God. This route has so many stations. Hopefully this is like the last of the stations I have to deal with. Gotta wait for the light to lit up.
点灯発車
Okay. Alright, here we go.
4分15秒円
Yes, I'm ready. Let's go. We'll do one more stop and then I'll end the video because I just wanted to revisit
遠方
This
減速
for you guys,
1065
you know.
豊品停車
to give you my thoughts after all these years, to let you know what I think in case you guys might be interested in this, so that way you can hear my thoughts and opinion about it.
休憩制限
Hopefully this video will help you make a decision whether you want to purchase this or not. I'm just here to give you my opinion. Whether you want to buy this and invest money into this, that's up to you.
場内注意
I'm just here
制限
giving you my
45
opinion
豊品
about it.
停車3両停目4
Do I love trains? Yeah, man. I always wanted to be a train driver for some reason. I don't know why.
お出口は右側です。
But then people say, but Train Sim World has a paywall behind it as well. Yes, I understand.
警報赤
Yes, I understand. But the difference is that's the real 3D game. You know what I'm saying? It's a real 3D game simulator, like American Truck Simulator. There we go. It's a good stop. All right, so let's end it here.
BC320
Okay, so let's end it right here. End the play. All right, so let me give you my final closing comments, thoughts, opinions. It's been already 34 minutes. Like I said previously, the difference between this and Train Sim World. Train Sim World, yes, has a paywall behind it. It's also expensive. But the difference is, just like in the Flight Simulator, it's a fully 3D rendered game. Same thing with the Train Sim World. It's a fully 3D rendered game, right? So that's the difference. But here, that's not the case. This is not a fully 3D rendered game. This is just a video that's recorded. And it's like the paywall behind it's ridiculous. I think it should be cheaper. It should be like a $5 each. They shouldn't be charging so much for, recording a video. $5, I think that's fair. Because you have to pay, for the base game, you have to pay like, how much? Like $40 or something like that for the base game. So, yeah, it's just too expensive, Like I said, I can't recommend this. I like it. I love it. I have it. I supported these developers and I still support them. Hopefully they'll look at this video and they'll realize, all right, maybe they really need to lower the price. And it's not just me saying this. Even in the Japanese community on Steam, they're essentially saying the same thing. The price should be lowered down. It's like ridiculously expensive, While the Train Sim World, it's a fully rendered game. I know Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has the paywall behind it. These airplanes are ridiculous. You have to pay $40, $50, $60 for an airplane. $30 for an airport. Ridiculous pricing. But the difference is on a Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can travel around the world with any plane that you have available. You can use any default plane and you can fly around the world. So there's a difference there. That's not the case here. So I like it, but it's expensive. And that's the way I want to leave this 37-minute video. It's great. I like it. It's realistic, but it's very expensive. And that's the issue. That's the problem. And I don't think I'm the only one on this. I know I'm not the only one because the Japanese community, it's saying essentially the same thing. It's too expensive. All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.